Hello everyone, hope everyone are doing good. In today's video, we'll see one of the Amazon use case, which is about hosting the web application using Amazon Amplify and integrating the backend integration using serverless services such as Amazon API Gateway, AWS Lambda, and DynamoDB. Okay, we'll see the end-to-end flow completely. Okay, to give a high-level walkthrough on this flow diagram, the user is hosting the web application in Amazon Amplify, which in turn invoke the endpoint created in Amazon API Gateway, which will call the code which are written in the Lambda. Okay, we'll giving a necessary IAM permission to the Lambda function in order to write the result in the DynamoDB. Okay, to move on, first we'll see a high-level overview on Amazon Amplify. Amazon Amplify is a set of tools and services offered by Amazon Web Services that simplifies the process of developing and deploying web and mobile application. Okay, we'll go to the AWS Amplify console. Okay, this is the AWS Amplify console. We'll be using this for developing and deploying the web and mobile applications. Okay, here we'll be using this for deploying the web application, that is to static web application. S3 bucket is the cheapest one for doing the static web application. But I am trying in this use case AWS Amplify. Okay, what I have done, I just uploaded the index.html in hosting the web application. I just drag and drop the file here. Once I deployed the file, you will get deployment successfully completed. Okay, and we will get the domain name. When you click on this domain name, it will get to you through the static web page, which is a sum of two numbers which I created. I will be getting the input numbers, first number, second number. When you click on the calculate, which will call the API endpoint, which we uh, created using API gateway, and that in turn call the lambda function, which will help us to write in our which will help us to write the result in the DynamoDB table we have created. Okay. First, I will give you some of two numbers. I just randomly giving two numbers. I'm clicking on calculate endpoint. Okay, you're getting the result is 5. When you go to the DynamoDB, okay, go to explore items. Clicking on the function we have created, it return the result like 5. Okay, this is a high level walkthrough on the application, but in detail I will explain you. Okay, we are going to the second services, which is called API Gateway. This service we will be using to create the API endpoint. Okay, I already created one post API call. Okay, I'm just testing this endpoint. Okay, I'm giving two numbers, right? I'm giving different numbers. 4 and 6 I'm giving, just clicking on test. Okay, you will get status code as 200, your result is 10. Even now, if you go to the DynamoDB, this will store the result. Okay, this is not done because we're just testing the endpoint alone, so you will not write into the DynamoDB. Okay, only if you input to the web application only, that will in turn write it into the DynamoDB. Okay, this is about API gateway. This, okay, this is what I written in the blog as well. Okay, just walk through the steps. Okay, this for Amazon Amplify. I'm going to the AWS console, search for Amplify, hosting the web application. Okay, you will able to see this drag and drop. Once you drop the index.html, you'll get the domain name. You copy the domain URL and open in the new browser, you will get this. Okay, and moving on to the lambda function. Okay, we go to the lambda function. Okay, in the console, I'm just created one function which is called sum of two numbers. Okay, for runtime, I selected Python 3.11 like this. Okay, okay, just walk through the lambda code. Okay, here I inputted math function and the JSON function, and we are writing DynamoDB. In order to write the result in the DynamoDB, we are inputting the DynamoDB as well, and we are inputting the time function to write the time as well in the DynamoDB. Okay, and we are getting two numbers. One is called number one, and second one is called number two. And we are just adding those two numbers, and we are writing the result in the Dynamo table, DB table, by creating the put item. Okay, this is a simple function we are doing. Uh, Here I already configured the test event, which is number one, number two, 4 plus 6. So we are getting the result. Okay. Here, if you see the function overview, the API gateway, we are adding as a trigger, which intent while calling this API endpoint, which will call the lambda function sum of two numbers. Okay. If you go to the configuration, role name, okay, here we'll be giving the permission policies. Okay, I created this new policy which is for access to lambda. That we will be adding the necessary permission for the lambda function to action on the DynamoDB table. Here we are putting the item in the DynamoDB table, right? So we are writing this function. We need to provide this ARN as well, which will be getting from the DynamoDB table while we have created. Okay. Okay, you will get the ARNs from here. Go to DynamoDB additional info. Here will be this ARN only we are passing in our IAM console. Okay. Okay, moving on to the blog. Okay. Overview of the API gateway. This is how I created. Okay, this is a static web page. This is a complete lambda function code. Okay. Yeah. Here, right. In static web page, we need to provide the API invoke URL, which is our endpoint URL. Okay, I will walk through to the index.web page. This is just for input. We are getting the header sum of two numbers, and it is the actual script which we are doing. We are getting two numbers from the event object. Okay, which is called number one and number two, and we are requesting the post operation in API endpoint. Here we'll be calling our API endpoint. Once we got the response, we will be alerting that in the static web application as a result. Okay, and the first number and second number on click, we will be calling the API endpoint as well. Number one and number two, calculate endpoint. Okay, and this scroll left image, which you are seeing in the uh, static web page, right? From left to right, the each image will be moving. This is what I have written that code. Okay, that's all, guys, for this demo. If you have any doubts, please feel to write in the comment section. I'm happy to help. Okay, thanks. Thanks everyone. If you like this demo, please subscribe to my channel as well.